Oh, here we go. We are back for another Socceroos Watchalong. And this is one of the biggest Socceroos games in recent history for the last year or so, I reckon. Maybe aside from the Asian Cup, of course. This is a massive game for the Socceroos. It's a massive game for Graham Arnold. It's a massive game for these players. And we have a tough test away to Indonesia. And a response is needed after the disaster that we saw on the Gold Coast last week, losing 1-0 on home soil to Bahrain. We need a response, man. We simply need to win tonight just to settle the nerves. We're only 2 match days into. Well, this is match day 2 of round 3 of World Cup Qualifiers, and we need to get ourselves back on course quickly. We are very excited for this match, though. Should be a fun one to watch. We've got the lineup here on the right-hand side. As you can see, Australia expected to play this 4-4-2 setup. So it is a switcheroo. It's swapping back to what we saw the Socceroos play predominantly in round 2 of World Cup qualifiers. They sort of played this 4-4-2 setup. And Nestori Irankunda starting up top alongside Mitch Duke. That is what we're expecting. Whether he plays more so to the left or the right, we'll keep an eye on that. But this is the predicted lineup here for the Socceroos. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited about it. And I'm hoping that it brings goals, of course. But how are we feeling? Jump in the chat. Say good day. Kickoff is in just under 15 minutes or so. And we're expecting, by all accounts, a huge turnout in Jakarta for this game. We've had plenty of passionate Indonesian football fans commenting here on the Coastal Football YouTube channel, which is great to see. But Spencer jumped in a bit early to say Australia must win or Arnie has to go. And Spencer, you've sort of summed it up really well there. That's sort of what it feels like now, doesn't it? I mean, Graham Arnold, there was like already pressure. Well, a couple of years ago, prior to the last World Cup, you might remember when we were losing to Japan at home. And I remember after that result going to that game that was a couple of years ago now in Sydney. And there was so much pressure on Arnie. And the expectation was that I think he was going to go. He stuck around for the playoffs. And obviously we got through to the World Cup. And the World Cup was pretty decent in the end for Australia. But now, look, Arnie's been around for... I've lost track of when he started the Socceroos gig. It's been years and years now for Graham Arnold. And if we fail to win tonight, I think even a draw wouldn't be acceptable. I think if we fail to win tonight, it feels like it's time for Graham Arnold, and we need someone to get us back on track ASAP, because we got to make sure we go into this World Cup. I know that if we, even if we finish third, there's still a chance of us going through. But you look at Japan, man, they won 7-0. They won 7-0 last week against China, and we lost 1-0 at home. So, Japan are flying away. Saudi Arabia did draw to Indonesia. We should mention that as well. So that's worth considering also. Good to see Max in the chat tonight, gaming with your boy Saban in the chat as well. Pseudo Intellectual, good to see you here. Tan Lee's in the chat as well. Tan Lee, regular viewer of the Coast Watch Football live streams. Good to see you here. How are we feeling? What are we saying? Gaming with your boy asks, what do you think about Nestori starting? Love it. And from what Graham Arnold has said pre-game, of course, you can watch this game on Paramount Plus. I believe it's on Channel 10 as well, if you're in Australia. It sounds like Nestori Irankunda is indeed starting up top alongside Mitch Duke. Wow. Dude, this is a huge game for Nestori Irankunda. He obviously scored his first goal for Australia in the previous international window in that match against Palestine. He could be the real sort of star player in this game. Nestori Irankunda. I'm really excited to see what he provides from the start. Pseudo Intellectual, yes. How can I watch the game? I'm watching on Paramount Plus. If anyone in the live chat can confirm if it's on Channel 10, I actually don't know. I know the previous game was on Channel 10. No worries, Ashton. Happy to answer questions about anything Australian football. Ashton asks, how far do you reckon Melbourne victory go in the Australia Cup? Well, I dropped my quarterfinal predictions video yesterday, which you can check out afterwards if you're interested. And at this stage, I think Melbourne victory are probably favourites to win the Australia Cup. I seriously think so. I think they're favourites to win the Australia Cup. They've been performing so well. Their squad depth is just ridiculous, Melbourne victory. You look at the team that they have and then the players on the bench. In their most recent game against NWS Spirit, they were able to bring on Bruno Fornaroli, Reno Piscopo off the bench. I mean, this is a stacked team, this Melbourne Victory team. And, I think you look at the remaining teams and they could well go all the way. Next, look, if they got to get past Moreton City Excelsior, which will be tricky because they defeated Perth Glory in the round of 16. But if they could do that, they come up against either Adelaide or Wanderers. Tricky test there, but I'd probably still back Melbourne Victory over both of those sides. And then who knows who they face in the final? Could be MacArthur. Could be someone like South Melbourne. So look, the Australia Cup has certainly delivered this year, that's for sure. It's been an incredibly entertaining tournament. Thank you for confirming, Tom, in the chat. Hello to Tom. Says, just Paramount. That was my suspicion. Which is interesting. I don't know why that's the case, to be honest. If anyone knows why it's only on Paramount Plus and not Channel 10 as well. Interesting. Ashton says, Mata and Costa, are you going to do a watch-along in round 1 for the Sydney Derby? Dude, so excited for that Sydney Derby round 1, and hopefully Douglas Costa and Juan Mata are both fit for that round 1 match. Are they going to... Well, the two options are I'm either going to be doing a watch-along or I'm going to be at the game. So we'll certainly keep you updated closer to the date. It is, of course, just over a month away now, isn't it? Until the A-League kicks off. So we'll either be doing a watch-along or I'll be at the game, like doing a vlog. So, yeah. So, yep. Tanley says, I'm so glad Aaron Kunda is getting his start. I hope he cements his spot. Look, dude, I mean, and if he gets regular game time for Bayern Munich, if he can really sort of get himself into that first team, which would be incredible. I mean, he has to be starting for the Socceroos, right? Prediction. My prediction in the preview video that we did last week, I did say 4-0. Upon the events of the past week, I'm not so confident on that 4-0 scoreline anymore, actually. It could be a closer scoreline. I'm still confident that Socceroos can win tonight. You look at this lineup, and it's a winning team. I think there's goal scorers in our team. Duke can put a goal away. Aaron Kunda and Silvera with their pace. Craig Goodwin with the delivery. I like the midfield duo of Bacchus and Irvine as well. So, what do you guys think of this lineup as well? How do we feel about this lineup? Let me know. The teams are prepared to come out. Packed stadium in Jakarta. Great to see. If you want to support the stream here in the channel, you can hit the like button if you haven't done so already. You can also consider sending through a super chat. Huge match here for Graham Arnold. Huge match for the Socceroos. Round 2, match day 2, I should say. It's match day 2 of this round of World Cup qualifiers. There's another game going on at this time too. In our group. You look at the bench for the Socceroos. There's good options off the bench as well. Great to see that Lewis Millers has been included on the bench. He was not part of the matchday squad last week against Bahrain. He was out due to injury. So I've got some good options off the bench there. Adam Taggart could be brought on. Obviously, John Iredale as well. That's the big news from the weekend. Cassini Yengi obviously suspended for this match after his red card against Bahrain. John Iredale called into the squad. Another option up top. Awen Mobile could provide something different as well. Excited to see Sammy Silvera start tonight also. Silvera, a player who has had limited minutes for the Socceroos, has been included in many of the squads, but hasn't been given much of a run. Big opportunity here for Sammy Silvera. Good to see Troy in the chat. Hello, Troy. Says, go Socceroos. Nice to see lots of ex-Mariners, as always, in our squad. Yeah, right? How many ex-Mariners have we got? Matty Ryan, Sammy Silvera, Michi Duke. Couple on the bench as well. Lewis Miller, Josh Nisbet, Kai Rolls, Aiden O'Neill. Am I missing anyone? Joe Gauchi. Never played for the first team, but he was on the books at Central Coast Mariners many years ago. There you go. Plenty of former Mariners in the squad. As the teams come out of the tunnel right now as we speak. If you want to tune into this one, if you're in Australia, you can watch it on Paramount Plus. I'm excited for this game. I tell you what, after the result, yes, the result against Bahrain last week was deflating, but I've just been looking forward to this game just to respond, just to bounce back. Let's get a positive result here. Get ourselves back on track. Here's the thing, right? Like the emotion up post game, there's depending on the result, could be so different. If we lose this game, then it is seriously panic stations. I think Graham Arnold does have to go. We need immediate change, just to get us, a coach who can, keep us afloat in this round of qualifiers. Even a draw isn't great. A draw isn't great as well, but it's not necessarily panic stations. A win is needed just to settle things. Hey, hello Boston, welcome to the chat. Good to see Bourne Barto here as well. Spencer says Gauchi should be starting over Ryan from now on. I think, like maybe another year or so of Matty Ryan. Hey, I love Matty Ryan. There are a lot of people who think Gauchi should be starting over Ryan, and I wouldn't mind that. Like if Gauchi was starting tonight over Ryan, I'd be chill with that. Yeah, man. Matty Ryan, so much experience, captain of the side as well. So the teams are walking out onto the pitch. Look at the number of fans in this stadium. Tens of thousands have packed into the stadium here in Jakarta. Hostile environment for the Socceroos, the away team today, of course. Ashton asks, should Izzo be the starter because Ryan and Gauchi are not playing at their clubs? It's a good point, Ashton. Speaking of the goalkeeper situation, Paul Izzo's been playing for Randers, hasn't he? Over in Denmark. Matty Ryan's on the bench at AS Roma. Joe Gauchi's on the bench at Aston Villa. Paul Izzo. I mean, the good thing, I feel like our goalkeeping situation now for Australia is as strong as it maybe has been for a while, hey? So, Paul Izzo's a great option as well. Tarnley says, since Moy and Rogic, we're missing the creative midfielder. Either McGree injured or Hustich lacking game time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, got to get McGree back. I mean, Josh Nisbet, dude. Josh Nisbet, though. I mean, talking about creative midfielders, I hope Josh Nisbet gets a run in this game. I hope he gets a run in this game. The Australian national anthem ringing out loud in Jakarta right now. 5 changes for the Socceroos tonight in case you missed it. Duke, Irinkunda, Bacchus, Silvera and Burgess all in. Boston asks, do you like the Japanese league? I've been watching a little bit, actually, because it is on Optus Sport. And I know a lot of you guys probably have Optus Sport as well. The Premier League is on Optus Sport. I've been watching a little bit. I'm trying to get into it. And obviously, especially with, my team, South Coast Mariners, involved in the Asian Champions League Elite this year. I have a bit more of an interest in some of the leagues across Asia now. I am right with you, Anthony. I mean, this game should absolutely be on free-to-air. Who knows why it's not? Mitch Langerak's team, Nagoya Grampus. Yeah, I saw he made some big penalty saves overnight. Blinkers, in regards to the goalkeeper situation, says either 3 of us would do a job for us. Yeah. Ryan, Gauchi, Izzo, all great keepers. All great keepers. Spencer says, I'm a bit concerned about our striker situation. Seems like Yengi, Taggart are good for smaller nations, but not the big ones. Duke's great, but age is a factor. Yeah, Duke is starting to get to sort of the latter stage, if you like, of his career. And I guess all these strikers do provide something different for us. I still think Cassini Yengi is our best striker. He didn't have a great game, obviously, last week, though. Ashton says Izzo has such a great season at Victory. Yes, he did. And a call-up for the Socceroos is great, but it's not playing. He should be the starter for the Australian national team. Tanley says we should watch out for Indonesia's full naturalized players. Yeah, I've been hearing a little bit about this. Hey, how they've been naturalizing a lot of these players who played a decent level over in Europe. No worries, Boston. Thanks for jumping in, my friend. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Moments away from kickoff. Drop your score predictions. I'm too nervous to give you a score prediction. How are we feeling? What's your actual expectation for this game? That's what I want to know. Because after last week's defeat, I feel like anything can happen. I feel like if we'd won last week, we would have been going into this game going, all right, yeah, we're all good. We'll win this game comfortably. 2-3-0, something like that. But I don't know now. I feel like we could win 4-0 or lose 4-0. It's a more attacking lineup, that is for sure. I love the optimism, Ashton. Ashton says 5-0 win. Spencer says 2-0 win to Australia. Pseudo Intellectual says 2-0 to Australia. Says I'm so nervous, OMG. Me too. I'm slightly nervous. I am slightly nervous. Bardo says I am worried. Indonesia take a 2-1 goal lead, and we don't recover. And their players FIFA diving. According to the graphics on the broadcast, Indonesia expected to play a 5-4-1 formation. Tom says we won't lose by 4. I reckon 3-0, as in 3-0 loss for Australia. Anthony says will be a tough game. We need to win. 2-1 win. Yeah, I'll take that. I'd take a 2-1 win. Spencer, Lockie, are you doing an away day to Brisbane this season? I know Mariners go there in early January. I haven't lined anything up yet, but would love to get up there. So I'll let you know closer to the date, Spencer. Great to see so many of you guys tuning in for tonight's watch along. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Consider sending through a super chat to support the channel here. We were live last week for the match against Bahrain, which was a difficult watch, but we did it together. We did it together in the end. We got to try and control this game, man. We got to try and control possession. Stay relaxed. If we can do that, because obviously it's a tricky... look at the banner there that the Indonesian fans have. What does that say? Something for the dream. Let's fight for the dream. Look at that banner from the Indonesian fans. Oh my goodness. They're all holding up pieces of colored board and the big banner. Dude, we've seen some of the videos online of the fans in Indonesia. They're so passionate. Great to see. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A huge game for the Socceroos. It is only match day 2, but you really feel like this is a crucial game for the Socceroos here. A win is needed to get us back on track. Keep an eye on the strike partnership of Mitchell, Duke, and Nestori Irinkunda. Sammy Silvera, Craig Goodwin on the wings. Big games for Jackson Irvine and Keanu Bacchus in midfield. Bajic, Burgess, Suta, Chakati. I'm sure they'll be busy at the back tonight. Here we go. We are set for kickoff in Indonesia. A huge 90 minutes ahead, and we are indeed underway in Jakarta. Socceroos, we're in the green gold. We're in the gold socks tonight as well, worth pointing out. Usually wear the white socks. Gold socks, Indonesia. Wearing their all-white kit and looking to get forward early on here. How have they gotten in behind that easily? And Matty Ryan has had to make a save. It comes in again. 19 seconds in and Socceroos have almost conceded. Not an ideal start. It's a corner. Well, the space opened up somehow behind the midfielders. What? And 2 strikes on goal in quick succession. And it's a corner for the home team. Goodness me. This is what I was saying. This is what I meant. We just needed to get ourselves on the ball, settle things down, control the game, control the pace. But Indonesia, fast out from the blocks. Here comes the corner for the home team. They go short. They give and go. Space to deliver. Out for a throw-in for the home team. Indonesia still on the front foot here early on. Good play. They've gotten in behind down the right, and the cross comes in. Burgess first to it. Less than 2 minutes have ticked by. This is the second corner of the game for Indonesia. Okay. Spencer says some good old 10 p.m. football anxiety. Blinker says, oh, lads, we're in for a serious ride here. Far out, says Spencer. We're already in trouble, says Tarnley. Okay. Bit of a physicality in the penalty area. Jostling between the two teams. Deep cross in. Shikadi gets a header away. Not really convincing. It's going to be a third corner in under 3 minutes. Australia are under the pump here early on. Okay. This is nervous, dude. This is very nervous, but this is a test. This is an early test for Australia. Spencer says Arnie's already nervous. Shaky says pseudo-intellectual. Third corner already for Indonesia. We're not even 3 minutes in, dude. We're not even 3 minutes in. Wake up, Aussie, says pseudo-intellectual. Ball comes in. It's a decent delivery too. Bayich tries to get it clear. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Counter-attack time. Come on. Counter-attack. That had to be a foul. That had to be a foul. There's no advantage there. That had to be a foul. There was a huge push. I think it was Chikati who went for the clearance. How was Burgess or Suta not called for that? They both went for that header then. Goodness me, dude. All right. Sammy Silvera chasing this one. Won't get to it. So stoked to see Silvera start tonight. I was half expecting. I think we had the sense that that Boyle was going to drop out. My expectation was Mobile was going to come in for him though. But it's Sammy, which is great to see. Spencer says Indonesia's fans look like the RBB from afar. I guess the red helps. G'day, Matthew in the chat says, new signings for Perth, Wanderers, Sydney, Mariners, Roar and Adelaide. Yeah, it's been a busy past week or so in A-League transfers. Not long to go in the transfer window. It's like another week or so now. And that's right, Matt. Kanga, Klamala look good. So too Elsie coming back to Adelaide. Has that been announced? Elsie to Adelaide? Is that official? I haven't seen anything yet. But I have heard, I've seen the rumours. Clyde in the chat. Hello to Clyde. Welcome. Tequila asks, who do you think would be a good replacement for Rani? Ooh. I mean, I'd love to see... He's doing a great job in China, so I don't know whether he'd be keen. But Kevin Muscat. He is having an incredible season with... Shanghai Port in China. I'd love to see Kevin Muscat in charge of the Socceroos. Aaron Kunda cooking, says Clyde. Hopefully he does indeed cook tonight. 5 minutes in, it's 0-0. A nervy start for Australia, who are under the pump, conceding 3 corners in the opening few minutes. So the lineup graphic, the lineup that we predicted for this game looks like it is indeed correct. You've got that front two of Irankunda and Duke. Irankunda playing right striker, Duke left striker. See Craig Goodwin over on that left-hand side. Sort of a 4-4-2 setup, if you like. Duke pressing here. Indonesia knocking the ball around the back. The clearance up towards Backers, who gets to head forward unchallenged. Goodwin. Let's just control it, boys. Let's control it for a second here. There's a lot of bouncing around of the ball. Sutar in possession at the back. Okay, let's just relax here. Hello, Brady in the chat. Good to see you here. Brady is here in the live chat for our watch-along last Thursday in the Bahrain game. Clyde says Cassini shouldn't have been sent off. I thought it was correct. I thought it was the correct call, personally. I did think the red card was the correct call. Personally. We do need Goatwin tonight. Dude, we need Craig Goodwin to step up. Yep. He played a couple wayward balls in the Bahrain game. We need him. We need him to step up. And it's something I've said every video, every stream on this channel. I keep echoing it. Craig Goodwin, when all the players are fit, Craig Goodwin is Australia's best player. Aaron Kunda driving forward. How is that not a foul? Aaron Kunda driving forward and just tackled. Just like ripped to the ground and there's no foul. And here come Indonesia on the counter. Am I foul, right? Spencer says foul. It looked like a clear foul. That's a foul, and Aaron Kunda says Tarnley. I was like, am I going crazy? That was a blatant foul. He was completely taken off the ball. Anyway, couple potential foul calls that have not been called at all. Indonesia in the box, trying to wriggle through. Chakati does well to jockey that out of play. Chakati was Australia's best player against Bahrain. We put out the poll here across the socials, and well and truly everyone voted for, majority of people voted for Alessandro Chakati. He was fantastic. Starting at right back as well. Where's your Aussie scarf? Dude, I should be wearing the Aussie scarf. I should be wearing the Aussie scarf. I tell you what, next stoppage in play, I'm going to go get the scarf. Because, we have to be wearing the Aussie scarf. Oh, here we go. Silvera, can he get to it? Strong challenge. Indonesia winning the ball. Duke, again, just like flimsy in the challenge. What was that? Indonesia look to be controlling the tempo in the opening stages of this match. Do you have a Ruse Matilda's jersey, Coasty? Believe it or not, I don't. I actually don't. I'm not, but to be fair, I'm not a big jersey guy. Like, I know a lot of football fans are like big jersey collectors. I've never been a big jersey collector. I've got a few Mariners jerseys. There's a yellow card here. Was that to Craig Goodwin? Yellow card has been shown here. Okay, that's fair. I've just seen the replay. Craig Goodwin, yeah, a bit late on the challenge and high on the ankle. This is the stoppage in play. We're just going to go grab our Socceroos scarf. 1 second. There we go. We got the Socceroos scarf. So Craig Goodwin picking up an early yellow card for that late challenge. It was a little bit high on the ankle. So, can we try and control things here for a second? Because Indonesia, 10 minutes in, have made a really bright start to this game. Thanks so much for tuning in for tonight's live watch-along, everyone. Say good day in the live chat. Hit the like button to support. You can consider sending through a super chat. Matthew, in regards to potential Socceroos coaches, says, what about current Yokohama F. Marinos interim, John Hutchinson for Australia coach? Been the assistant in 2021, 2023, and 2024. Consistent top 10 finishes in J1 League. That's an option. He doesn't have, obviously, that much experience as a head coach, John Hutchinson. Still pretty early on in his managerial career. I obviously love John Hutchinson, being a Central Coast Mariners fan. It would be an interesting appointment, that's for sure. Hey, another option that has just crossed my mind, and now that I think about it, I'm like, where's the guy right now? Like, what is he up to? You guys might not react positively to this, and I want to hear your thoughts. But Tony Popovic, Socceroos coach, former Socceroo himself, of course, Tony Popovic. How would you feel about that? Tony Popovic, the former Melbourne Victory, Perth Glory, West Sydney Wanderers coach. That's some good play from the Socceroos now. Over to the right, Sammy Silvera driving forward. We'll come back to that Tony Popovic discussion. Silvera's cross is blocked, and Australia have their first corner 12 minutes into this contest. Let's go the Roos. We were on the back foot early on. But now it is time to apply the pressure here, the Socceroos. Tony Popovic, Socceroos coach. That could be interesting. Tom says, I'd give Popper a go for sure. Bardo says, Tony would be all right. I hate to say it, but we might need to look internationally first with him underneath. Tim Cahill. Tim Cahill. What's Tim Cahill up to right now? Is he coaching? Jurgen Klopp. Can you imagine? Craig Goodwin's corner. Deliveries in towards Duke. Duke wanted the corner. It looked like it could have been a corner too. A replay would be interesting. Duke was trying to get to that one, but the defender looked like he got there first. Hard to tell. It sort of bounced off both of them. Tim Cahill's working with Qatar, says Tequila. What about me? Yep, Brady. Let's call up Brady, Socceroos head coach. Nick Montgomery as Socceroos head coach. That would be fun. That'd be fun. Hey, I love Nick Montgomery. Obviously, being a Mariners fan, Mariners legend Nick Montgomery. That'd be cool to see. He did a fantastic job in his couple of years at Central Coast Mariners. Got them to finals and obviously won the championship. Bardo, thanks for that update. China, according to Bardo, China have a 1-0 lead over Saudi Arabia, which is huge. Saudi Arabia are expected to win that game, you'd think. But wow, is that right? Let's have a look. I'm going to quickly check here. Craig Goodwin's been in the thick of it already this game. There's a couple little coming togethers. He's already been booked. You are indeed right, Bardo. China have the lead against Saudi Arabia. Well, that's interesting. Now, Saudi Arabia dropped points after drawing. Oh, here we go. Here's a chance for Jakarta. Can't get the strike, though. Came over to Alessandro Jakarta, and he's committed the foul. Yeah, Saudi Arabia drew 1-1 with Indonesia last week. Saudi Arabia, sort of the other team, were probably going to be jostling with for second place in this group. Second place, so the first two in the group go through automatically to the World Cup. Saudi Arabia lose here against China. That helps us heaps. Having said that, though, I mean Bahrain. Really curious to see how Bahrain go against Japan later tonight. If Bahrain get like a draw against Japan, then Bahrain might be the team we have to look out for in the group in terms of getting second spot. I feel like Japan, they've already won 7-0 last week, and they'll probably win again tonight against Bahrain. I feel like Japan are pretty much locked in for number one in regards to the group standings in the end. Troy says Japan are much stronger than Saudi. Yeah. Japan, it's undisputedly the best nation in Asia, the strongest nation when it comes to football. Appreciate the updates. Born Bardo says VAR is checking a card. Mohamed Kano has been sent off. Whoa. That's a huge blow for Saudi Arabia. Wow. That's huge news. So that game happening right now. You can also watch it on Paramount Plus too. Of course, we're focusing on Socceroos tonight. But oh my goodness. Thank you for that update, Bardo. Indeed, Mohamed Kano sent off in the 19th minute. So, oh my gosh. Saudi Arabia are down a player and down a goal after 19 minutes. Now, that's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. This group could... this could be a really chaotic round of qualifiers in Asia. Spencer says this reminds me of the old FIFA World Cup video games. We'd get live score updates while you're playing. I know what you're talking about, Spencer. Like I remember I used to play back in the day the 2010 World Cup game. I had it on Xbox 360. Did you guys ever play that one? Obviously, they don't make standalone games for like tournaments anymore, but they used to. There was like the dedicated World Cup game. It was a good mode too, because it was a good game too, I should say, because you could not only could you play the World Cup, but for memory, you could like play like the qualifying campaign and everything. You could do the full journey. It's cool. Fair enough. Melbourne City Shorts says I cancelled my Paramount Plus during the A-League off season, so I can't watch. Bardo says petition for new standalone games. I'd love that. Captain Your Country was elite. Spencer says I still play the old 2014 game on Xbox 360. They need to remaster the 2010 and 2014 games and re-release them on new consoles. I'll tell you what, a lot of people would probably play them too. A lot of people would probably play them, hey. Okay. So we are 18 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. It is still 0-0. Bright start from Indonesia in the first few minutes. They had 3 corners within the first 3 minutes. But the Socceroos are slowly starting to control things a little bit more, yet to create a real opportunity. Bacchus goes from range. Deflection. Corner. We're coming, man. Come on, Aussie. That's right. Sport fan doing Auckland FC career mode. We did. We actually did one. I tell you what, we should probably do an updated one because they've obviously signed a bunch of players. We actually did do an Auckland FC career mode as like one full video, one big video, a couple months ago. So feel free to check that out on the channel if you're interested in career mode stuff. Obviously, FC25, EA FC25 coming out in a few weeks, isn't it? Like later this month, isn't it? So we might have to jump on some more career mode action. Let me know if you'd be keen for that. Socceroos with a couple consecutive corners here. Got to find the tall timber. Got to find Mitchell Duke. Got to find Harry Sutar. Burgess. We have the height. Craig Goodwin. One of the best set-piece deliverers in Australian football history, it has to be said. Here we go. Oh, no. Referee's going to hold it up. Not happy with some of the wrestling that's going on in the box. Harry Sutar. Obviously, seems going to be really tightly marking Harry Sutar. 6'7". Harry Sutar. All right. Here we go. We finally get the delivery. It's a decent one, too, with a near post headed away. Good defending by Indonesia. Bacchus. Nicely done. Over to Goodwin. Another defensive header. Oh, it falls for Jakarta. And what a hit. But the block. Still there. Mitchell Duke. Oh, nice backheel. Oh, nice backheel. Irvine inside. And the shot. Oh, what a save. Oh, what a save. Harry Sutar. What an opportunity, dude. Harry Sutar, the big centre-back with the strike. Australia with a few consecutive shots there on goal. Mitchell, I'll tell you what, that back heel from Duke was fantastic. Irvine with the cross and Sutar flying in. It took a deflection too. What a chance, says Joseph. Come on, Aussie, says Pseudo Intellectual. This game is entertaining, says Tan Lee. Wow, just wow, as a sports fan. Sums it up. Great to see the love in the chat tonight. Great to see you guys here. We're looking to create a great community of like-minded football fans here. And Australia have another corner. 20 minutes in now. We are certainly pushing. We are certainly pushing now. Harry Sutar. Here's the replay. The deflection. Great reflexes from the keeper to save that one. All right. Sammy Silvera is going to take this one from the other side now. In swinger. The right foot of Silvera. Oh, good delivery too. It's flicked on. Will there be another corner? It will. Indonesia are under pressure and Australia are pushing here. Set piece after set piece. Graham Arnold pacing on the sideline. He knows that this is a huge game for him. Potentially his last game in charge of the Socceroos. Potentially. But Craig Goodwin is going to deliver again. You can see Harry Sutar with his arms in the air. He'll want to get his head on this one. Clyde says Sutar's on his redemption arc. Another corner. That's right, Joseph. Here we go. Look at the whip on the ball towards Sutar. And it's another save and another corner. My goodness. What is this? This is 3 or 4 consecutive corners now for Australia. We are getting closer. Sutar. You can see the way he drifted back a little bit. I'm surprised the keeper didn't hold on to that one. There wasn't that much power on the effort. It bounced up. He was taking no risks there at all. I sense the goal, Spencer. Me too, dude. Me too. It's coming. It's coming. That's right, Jocelyn. Yeah, we just saw that earlier. China leading Saudi Arabia 1-0. Saudi Arabia also reduced to 10 players as Goodwin delivers an outswinger this time. Headed away. Kieran Kunda's there to regather. Just got to hold on to it. We've got the throw. Dude, we've got to capitalize. We've got to capitalize here while we have this momentum. We have to keep pushing. Chikati. Infield with a throw to Irvine. I'm not sure what that pass was. Nestor Nkunda wasn't on the same wavelength with Chikati there. That's right, sports fan. Yeah, we are not watching a football match. We are watching Australia do corners for fun. It turned into a bit of just a training routine, with the corners. We were just practicing our corners there for a moment and came close there. Harry Sutar with 2 strikes in a matter of minutes. And after the nervy early start for Australia, it was very important that we weathered that early storm because Indonesia had 3 corners within 2.5 minutes. But now, the Socceroos starting to show a bit more aggression, which is what we lacked in the Bahrain game. A little bit more creativity, a bit more... What's the word I'm looking for, Just a bit more drive, a bit more... Like I said, aggression. I guess that sums it up. Just a bit more desire, just to attack. And you get the sense after the loss against Bahrain, there's a real urgency now about the Socceroos that we have to go forward. We have to play well. And, it sounds stupid saying that, but do you know what I mean? Like, we can't just be... We have to take it up into another gear. A bit more mongrel. That's right, Tom. A bit more mongrel. More spark. These are great words. A bit more spark, says Ashton. It's about the drive. It's about power, says Spencer. Sounds like a rap. Sounds like a rap. If we just rapped the live chat right now. It's about drive. It's about power. More spark. A bit more mongrel. Thanks for tuning into the Coastal Football live stream tonight. We're going to be live on Thursday night this week as well for Adelaide United, Western Sydney Wanderers, Australia Cup quarterfinal. Should be a great game. Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Forward header by Irvine. We'll go out of play. Born Bardo says, most lively I've seen Arnie since the World Cup. Every time he's on camera, he's just pacing around. He's pacing around. Irvine goes forward, or Duke with a bit of space here. Kunda slips. He's back on his feet. Duke still driving forward. Wide for Silvera on the right, who has a bit of space. We've got 4 players in the box right now, man. But Silvera chooses to go backwards. Oh, Silvera. That's all right. We got the throw. Bit of a heavy touch there from Sammy. Okay. Spencer says, feel like the Asian Cup earlier this year has exposed our tactics. Maybe. Could be onto something there, Spencer. Oh, cross comes in and cleared away again by Indonesia, who are having to do a lot of defending at the moment. But after 26 minutes, it still remains 0-0. Chances for both sides, but Australia with some really good opportunities in the last few moments. Oh, dude, that's why I thought it was a wrap. As Ashton says here, I completely forgot that it was that rock song, as in The Rock, not rock the music genre. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour, we put in the work, put in the hours, and we take what's ours. Yeah, man, banger. Goodwin. Oh, Aaron Kunda in space. Nestory. Oh, great opportunity for the Socceroos. Aaron Kunda just did not get the connection on that header, dude. Look at the space. Oh, my goodness. What a chance. Oh, I mean, you look at the replay. He got it all completely wrong. He got it completely wrong. And as Bardo says there in the chat, we've got to take our chances. And, I mean, that's probably the best chance for Australia in terms of the amount of space and the position. And I'll say it. If that was Mitch Duke, he might have buried that. Like, that's a Mitch Duke opportunity. That wasn't a Nestor Irankunda opportunity. You know, heading isn't his game, Nestor Irankunda. But the amount of space he had so much time there, hey. Yeah, I mean, Spencer, I agree. Nestor should have tried 2014 Cahill. That's right. Just go for a bicycle, scissor kick. Go for the volley. Bajic driving forward from left back. The poke through there wasn't really the right option there for Aziz Bajic starting at left back again tonight for the Socceroos. Of course, no Jody Boss. No Geordie Boss in the squad for this window for the Socceroos, out due to injury. But you feel like if Geordie Boss was fit, he'd be starting for the Socceroos. Best left back for Australia at the moment. Irvine, edge of the box. Goodwin. Good sliding challenge. It's going to be corner number, we've lost count, 6 or 7 surely now for the Socceroos, dude. So many corners. Brady says, Coast, you should have put your YouTube channel logo as with you with the Australia scarf. I should, eh? At least when the Socceroos play, we should change it to like a green and gold theme. I like the idea, Brady. Pseudo Intellectual asks, is Nestori playing as a 9? Why is he in that position? He is playing as one of their strikers. Let's come back to that because Silvera's corner goes up. That will be another corner for Australia. Goodness me, these corners are coming thick and fast. Nestori Nkoudi is playing as a striker tonight. Sort of a right-sided striker, if you like. Graham Arnold said pre-game in an interview that we saw on the broadcast earlier that he wanted Nestori to, get him up top there so he can get him in behind with his pace. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Craig Goodwin, yet another corner delivery here for Australia. He goes short. Silvera. Oh, nice move, Sammy Silvera. Good delivery here. Come on. Duke with the flick on. Dude, that little maneuver from Silvera was fantastic. And, Craig Goodwin committing the foul. And he's going to be careful here. He's already booked. Indonesian player holding their head. I mean, it wasn't too much in it. Wasn't too much in it in the end. Just a bit of a collision, but nothing that serious. Archie, good to see you here, Archie. Thanks for jumping in. Tarnley says it's crazy how since Cahill retired, we still can't find a consistent goal scorer. I believe Cassini Yengi's the man. I've got a lot of faith in Cassini Yengi. But you're right. You're right, Tarnley. There's been a number of positions for the past decade or so, you feel like the Socceroos have just been struggling to sort of find consistent performers. You feel like Harry Suter is sort of a lock now for the Socceroos. He's been involved for the last couple of years. And I reckon Harry Suter will be there for the next few years now. I think, going back to Geordie Boss, I think he'll be Australia's left back for the next decade for sure. Intellectual says we've had chances and look better than the last game versus Bahrain. Indonesia dominated the first 2 minutes, but we've been solid. Agreed. We've looked much better already. Tarnley says both head coaches are so animated. Arnie's going off Spencer. Yep. Both coaches know how much this game means, man. Indonesia, they got a big point away to Saudi Arabia, and a win here against Australia would be huge for them. Ball comes in for Indonesia. Oh, decent livery. Just evading the attacker arriving at the far post. That is crazy. Born Barter says 11 corners in 32 minutes is insane. Is that just for Australia, or is that all up? It's probably all up. Yeah, 11 corners. I mean, Indonesia had 3. Oh, over the top for Duke. Aaron Kunda. Can he get it back? Oh, dude, Nestori. He lost the ball, but he looked like he could have regathered it pretty easily there. No foul on Irvine. Oh, dude, that's like the third time the referee hasn't blown a foul there. It seems pretty clear. Luckily, Australia end up with the ball. Irvine can drive forward here. Bit of space in midfield for Jackson Irvine. I like that pass to Nestori Irinkunda, who's going to shoot. Oh my goodness. So close. Oh my goodness. Dude, that's what Nestori Irinkunda does. He gives you freaking heart palpitations. Doesn't matter if he's 40 meters out. He'll have a pop. He'll have a go. Oh my goodness. Nestori Irinkunda was like 30 meters out from goal. Hit it. And it goes rattling off the post. What a strike, Nestori, says Intellectual. Hit the post, says Joseph. Oh, goodness. Spencer says, great pressure. Keep it up. Oh, goodness me. Dude, the scenes if that goal would have gone in. That would have been an incredible strike. Dude, I tell you what, this half has flown by. We've only got just over 10 minutes to go in the half. I want us to score before halftime, dude. I want us just to get one goal before halftime. I'm worried that if we go in and it's still 0-0, Indonesia could start strong in the second half like they did at the start of the first. Bacchus. Oh, good pass by Bacchus. Goodwin can shoot here. Goodwin needs to shoot here. And he does it straight at the keeper. Oh, what a chance. Craig Goodwin. I'll tell you what, I'm so glad he shot there. There were too many defenders in the middle. Aaron Kunda was arriving late, but oh, dude. Straight at the keeper, says Daniel. Oh, my goodness. They're showing the replay of that Aaron Kunda shot. It's so easily. That Aaron Kunda strike off the post so easily could have come off the goalkeeper and back into the net. Unfortunately for Australia, it ricocheted away to the right. But here we go. Australia with corner number 2 billion. This hasn't been a football match, as I think it was a sports fan in the chat who said it's not a football match, it's just Australia taking corners. Another corner for Goodwin. Falling for Bacchus. Indonesia looking to break away. Ooh, that's a good pass in behind. Indonesia can break around the counter. Great defensive work. Nestori Irinkunda. Maybe I was wrong to criticize his defensive work in our Socceroos preview video that we did last week. I suggested that Irinkunda was better utilized in an attacking sense. Because he doesn't necessarily do that much defensive work. But that was a great little defensive intervention there. Hello, Charlie, in the chat. Great to see you here, mate. Says, hi, Lockie. I'm late. Have we played good? Well, Charlie, it's been an improvement from last week's loss against Bahrain. So, it's been good. It has been good so far. Many more chances for the Socceroos. It's been good to see. So many corners. Many shots. Good defensive tackle, Ness, says Intellectual. Daniel says his defensive work has improved. Yeah. And I'm sure that's something that maybe they're trying to get him to do at Bayern Munich. Bit more defensive work. He's obviously still so young, Nessa Inkunda. So much potential. Danny in the chat. Hello to Danny. Danny says, we look like a side relying on individual brilliance than with a system. Australia up with another set-piece opportunity here from long range. Chikati fouled. Correct call. Far too physical there, the defending. How many corners have Australia had? Lost count. So many. We've had so many at this rate. Clyde says this is what being a Bayern does to a man. So, Craig Goodwin needs a good delivery here from this free kick. All he's done this game, Craig Goodwin, is just take set piece after set piece. Hey, that delivery wasn't great. That delivery was not great. It was cleared away pretty comfortably. Australia start again from the back. Fireball in the chat. Good to see Fireball here tonight. Fireball says Chikati's going to be so good. Chikati has so much potential, dude. I mean, he's 20 years of age and he's already playing in the top flight in Italy. Huge, huge career ahead for Chikati. Going back to what we were talking about a few moments ago in terms of like players who might be like locks for the Socceroos for like the next like 5-10 years. Boss is one. I think Sutar's still one. And I think Chikati's probably one as well. I think Australia is really starting to find a consistent sort of back four. Obviously no Boss tonight due to injury. Can you say happy birthday to my cousin? It's his birthday in 3 days. Happy birthday to Brady Boy's cousin in 3 days. Or today, if you're showing this on his birthday. Or their birthday. His, oh no, sorry, it was his birthday. Tequila asks, could Alex Robinson be important for the Socceroos if he chooses to play for them? I mean, that's the thing, right? He can still play for Peru, right? I'd expect him to still play for the Socceroos. Yeah, absolutely. Another one of these players with a huge career ahead of him. Obviously still so young. Getting some decent game time at Cardiff already this season. Spencer says we need more Robertson appearances. Hopefully we do see him included in the next window, dude. Bajić's long throw towards Inkunda. Again, why are you aiming for Nesri Inkunda? And Indonesia are coming around the counter-attack now. Inkunda isn't the play we should be aiming for with these long throws. I had Mitchell Duke, who came a little bit shorter, but it just went over him, straight to Inkunda. And there's no way Inkunda is going to get to that ball. Purely just because of his height. Taggart. Do you think Taggart will score? Asks Aiden. Would love to see Taggart come off the bench. And I think if we're still chasing it, I think Taggart on for Duke would be the go. And hey, you'd be bringing on a guy who scored 20 goals in the A-League last year, so not bad. 5 minutes to go in the first half here. Maybe a minute or two of injury time. But, I mean, Indonesia haven't really had a chance at all. Aside from the first 3 minutes, right? They've barely had a chance. Basically been all Australia for almost 40 minutes now. Tarnley says, give Iredale a run. Would love to see Iredale get a run tonight. Yeah, man. Spencer says, I think we can go to a back three at this point. We need extra attack. Yeah, we haven't seen the fullbacks get too forward at the moment. Strong challenge from Bacchus. Chicardi looking to win it back. Passing towards Irankunda. Again, he's just not first to it. Nestor Irankunda had to get to that ball earlier. Oh, straight back pass here. Duke's picked it up. Duke still... I mean, what was that? What was that, dude? Like, what was Duke thinking there? According to the broadcast, 65% possession for the Aussies. It's been pretty dominant in this first period, but we need to translate this dominance to goals. We know what happened last week against Bahrain. We cannot let that happen again. We have to capitalize on this momentum. So good to see all of you guys tuning in. We are going to be playing Griddle at halftime here on the stream. For those that don't know, Griddle is a A-League player guessing game, so we're going to be testing our A-League knowledge right here on stream at halftime. Also happy to discuss anything Australian football, whether it is Socceroos, Matildas. Australia Cup quarterfinals coming up this week. And of course, just a month away until the A-League men's kicks off. Fireball says Goodwin is rattled. Need him subbed before he gets a red. We don't often see him get rattled too, hey. But yeah, he's been in the thick of it in this game. He's been involved in plenty of moments with Indonesian players. Spencer says this was the game for Nestori super sub off the bench with the heat and the fatigue. That's a fair point, Spencer. That's a fair point. We do love the Nestori super sub. It's a great weapon to have. Tarnley says Mabil for Goodwin. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. That would make sense. A little bit more pace you'd probably get from Ail Mabil as well. Ail Mabil, the kind of winger who loves to take players on, drive with the ball. Born Bardo asks, if we lose, what do you feel happens? New coach and through to the World Cup during the later stages or not qualifying? I think in my opinion, if we lose tonight, like for me, the narrative is simple. I think if we lose tonight, I do think Arnold should go. I think two losses to start this round of qualifying would just be an absolute disaster and would seriously affect our chances to qualify for the World Cup. And I think we just need to bring someone else in. We need someone else. We just need something different. Keanu Bacchus yellow carded for a deliberate handball. Did look a little bit intentional. He was sort of leaning down to block a ball. Indonesia with a cross here. Straight to the arms of Matty Ryan. No trouble. Nice quick throw from Matty Ryan. Irankunda. Poor pass from Nestor Irankunda there. To just going back to Born Barter's question there. I'm still hopeful of us qualifying. I think even if we draw here, it's still salvageable. Spencer sums it up well. Win or Arnie out. I mean, that's sort of where we're at now, isn't it? Charlie says, I mean, if we lose, it's ridiculous. We are 24th in the FIFA rankings, and they are 133rd. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Indonesia, as we were talking about earlier, have brought in a lot of these new players into the national team. They're getting stronger. And we saw them pick up a point against Saudi Arabia last week. Impressive. They were really strong in defense. Goalkeeper had a fantastic game for Indonesia. I was watching the highlights earlier today. Daniel says the Channel 10 media love Arnie for some unknown reason. I think we should appreciate what obviously Graham Arnold has done for the Socceroos over the last few years. While the results and form hasn't necessarily been there. The World Cup is obviously the highlight for Australia. I mean, the way that he was able to harness sort of, I guess, the camaraderie of the group in the World Cup, man, really got us through that group stage and got us through to the knockouts. And that was a highlight for Graham Arnold. But this feels like the right time now. I know Graham Arnold, like his contract has been renewed through to the end of the next World Cup. But yeah, man. Salvageable because of Saudi's results, says Fireball. Yeah, I mean that's actually a huge factor. The fact that Saudi Arabia are, by the looks of things, just really struggling now. Oh, literally, as I say that, I've just checked, and Saudi Arabia have just equalized. Saudi Arabia, who have been reduced to 10 players, have just equalized. It's 1-1. China hosting Saudi Arabia. Wow. Two minutes of injury time here. We're about to jump into our halftime entertainment. Bit of griddle. Testing our A-League knowledge. But a impressive first half from the Socceroos. We've just been missing the goal. That's all we need. Thanks for jumping in with that update as well. Jocelyn, China 1, Saudi Arabia 1. Is there one final opportunity for the Socceroos in this half? Interesting to see, just for the moment, maybe at least Silvera has come in centrally. Aaron Kunda's out on the right wing. Goodwin. We still play on here. The 2 minutes are up. Silvera, well, that's got to be a foul. So the Socceroos will have a free kick here. Sort of a mid-range free kick. One last opportunity in the half. Certainly foul. Well done by Sammy Silvera to get that, to earn that foul too. Intellectual says Indonesia playing boring football like Bahrain, sitting back for the counter, more keen for griddle. Yeah. Kahoot. Would definitely keen to do a Kahoot sometime. We'll have to do one in the future, hey. Socceroos, a lot of chances to score, says Jocelyn, indeed. So, Craig Goodwin is going to try and hang this one up. Got to look for Sutar, got to look for Duke. Dude, a goal here would be huge to take into the break. Goodwin hangs it up towards Duke. Sutar's there. Oh, it's across. Oh. Across the face of goal. And Alessandro Ciccardi cannot get his head to it. Great chance for Australia. Ciccardi just missing it. Dude, great delivery from Goodwin. The way he chipped it up was fantastic. Half time. Australia 0. Indonesia 0. But I tell you what, huge improvement. Huge improvement. Following the Bahrain game, a lot more urgency and energy going forward. Great ball movement. And I guess it helps having just an extra player in attack too. Hey, 45 minutes have been played. 0-0. How are we feeling? How's the emotions? What's your thoughts on this game so far? Spencer says promising half. Need to go better. Blinkers says Taggart. I reckon we need him. He'll bury one of those. If you're looking for a clinical finish in front of goal, yeah, man. Blinkers. You're right. Taggart. Adam Taggart, man. Absolutely. All right, it is time for Griddle, everyone. For those that don't know, Griddle is an A-League player guessing game. We're going to test our A-League knowledge here. You can see it on the right-hand side of your screen. You can play. It's made by the wonderful folks at Ultimate A-League. It's griddlegame.com. And it's a new game every day. And we're going to try and get 9 out of 9. We play it pretty much every stream now at halftime. And we've been struggling the last few streams. We have struggled at times. But let's see how we go here. Golden Boot winner. Damn it. I always struggle with that one. Player of the season at their club. 4,000 plus days since their last game. Let's find out how many years that is. How many years is 4,000 days? 10.95 years. Okay, good lord. That's a long time. So at least like 10 years since their last game, right? Goodness me. So where do we start here? Well, Newcastle Jets, 4,000 plus days since their last game. You got to go someone like Nicky Carl. Nick Carl, right? There you go. Good start. Sydney FC, 4,000 plus days since their last game. 4,000 plus days since the last game. We looked it up and it's about over 10 years. Let's go, I don't know why he popped into my head, Juninho. Is that his last name? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not confident. Who's another Sydney FC player we go for? Clint Bolton? Clint Bolton? There we go. Good start. There's a couple of throwbacks for you. Clint Bolton, Nicky Carl. 4,000 plus days since they played and won player of the season at their club. Ooh. That's a fascinating one. That's a fascinating... Well, to make it easy for myself, I was thinking my team, Central Coast Mariners. Who would have won player of the season in like the early years? Maybe like Stuart Petrie in the first year. I'm going to go Stuart Petrie. It's a crazy guess. I could be wrong, but I'm going to do it. Oh, dude. You kidding me? Damn. Golden Boot winner at Newcastle Jets. So does that mean... Well, Adam Taggart, did he win the Golden Boot at Newcastle Jets? Does that mean Golden Boot winner for the whole A-League or the Golden Boot winner just at that club for that year? That's what I want to know. Golden Boot winner, I mean, whoa, Joel Griffiths is probably a fair guess. Another throwback, and we get it. Sydney FC. Sydney FC. Golden Boot winner for Sydney FC. Oh, dude, Bobo. Bobo. A player who won player of the season at their club, and also won a Golden Boot. I mean, you feel like Besart Barisha's probably a safe guess. Surely, right? There we go. Okay, we got one wrong. I shouldn't have gone for Stuart Petrie. Wellington Phoenix and well, let's go Wellington Phoenix player of the season. Who is Wellington Phoenix's player of the season? I mean, Roy Krishna surely won it for them. I don't know their player of the season from last year. It was probably either Barbarouses or like Rufer or something. Wellington and Newcastle. We're going to go Andrew Durante. Played for Newcastle ages ago. Played for Wellington and Sydney FC. We're going to go Blake Powell. Love throwing Blake Powell into griddle. 8 out of 9 isn't bad. Let's see who he missed for this one we got wrong. Oh, gosh. Mila Jedinak. Who were the other Mariners ones in there? Matty Ryan, yeah. Like Matty Ryan would have won it at Mariners years ago now. So there's my griddle results, everyone. James says Shane Smelts. Costa Barbarousa says B Tozer. Hello to B Tozer in the chat. Krasdog's here as well. Krasdog said for Knicks and Jets, go for Andrew Durante. There we go. We were on the same wavelength there, Krasdog. On the same wavelength. Heskey, yeah, dude. At least 4,000 days since Heskey played, hey. Yeah. Luffy says, looks like there's no goals in this Australian team. Yeah, man, it's been tough going for the last couple matches now, but we're getting there. We're coming closer, which is good. Which is good to see. So there's our griddle results, everyone. We got 8 out of 9. I shouldn't have gone for Stuart Petrie. I had a feeling he might have picked up player of the season for Mariners in his first season, but to be fair, I was very young at the time. All right, so The question now for you guys is, what substitutions do you make for the Socceroos for the second half? I mean, do you make any substitutions? We're sort of playing this 4-4-2 formation, a little bit different to what we saw against Bahrain last week. Bahrain was playing a bit more of a 4-3-3. 4-4-2, which has been good. It's provided us with some more opportunities. Who comes on? Who do we need to make a change? I think the obvious ones are... I think there's 3 players who stand out as obvious changes. And those 3 players are Adam Taggart, Ail Mabil, and Josh Nisbet. 9, 10, 11 tonight. I think those 3 players could make an impact. I think Adam Taggart may be on for Duke. Duke has had a couple sloppy moments in this game already. And Adam Taggart knows how to score a goal. Knows where the back of the net is. Ail Mabil just provides something different in the wide positions. Sammy Silvera has been a little bit quiet tonight. Excuse me. Josh Nisbet knows how to break through lines and get the ball moving forward as well. I'd be interested to see Josh Nisbet brought on for Jackson Irvine. I know that's maybe a big call, but worth trying if we want to get a bit more movement in midfield. Josh Nisbet, great on the ball. The stats are on the broadcast. Australia have racked up 8 shots, 3 on target. Just 2 shots, 2 on target for Indonesia. Possession favouring Australia, 62%. So, more shots. We need to find the goals, though. Let's see. Tarnley says Taggart on for Duke. Yep. There you go. Born Bardo agrees too. Says Taggart, Mabil, and Nisbet. Mabil for Goodwin, says Tarnley. Yeah, I mean, Craig Goodwin has been okay tonight. He is on a yellow card, though. It's worth considering. Fireball says give Devlin a run. Maybe on for Bacchus. We'll see. Limited Whale, 5%. Limited Whale, what a name. Hello, Limited Whale. It says keep wingers the same. Beige, offer another midfielder. I'll tell you what, if it remains 0-0, or if we're losing, well, I think that's definitely an option. Go to 3 at the back. B. Tozer says Nestri has to be on the wing. I mean, that's another interesting change we could see. I love Sammy Silvera, but maybe Silvera comes off. Maybe Taggart on. Play Taggart and Duke up top together and shift Irankunda out to the right wing. Yeah. And then you got two pretty decent strikers there in central areas. Because we saw a couple times in this game where Nestor Irankunda, especially that chance sort of halfway through that first half, where Irankunda had that headed opportunity where he was in so much space. And I said it at the time, right? I was like, if that was Duke, or even if it was Taggart, you feel like they probably would have buried that. The striker, a natural striker, would have buried that headed opportunity. Basically no pressure around him. Would have buried it. So you wonder if maybe that's going to be something that's playing in the mind of Graham Arnold, whether he does shift Nestor Irankunda out to a wide position. Maybe get Adam Taggart in there to provide another option up top. Grazdog also says I'd take Goodwin off and put Mabil on. Nisbet for Bacchus or Irvine, says Tarnley. Dude, I mean, Josh Nisbet. I would love to see what he would do in a game like this, dude. I think Josh Nisbet was the player that we needed to bring on against Bahrain. Absolutely. Hello to Roundball Australia. Says, hope the stream is going well. Looking better than Bahrain? Indeed, yeah. But still want to see that cutting edge. Shout out to Roundball Australia. I was listening to their latest video on YouTube earlier today. They were interviewing Nicholas Lennon. Shout out to Nicholas Lennon, who has come out of nowhere on online. You might have seen his stuff across X, formerly known as Twitter, or Instagram, showing some exclusive transfer news in regards to the A-Leagues, which has been great to see. Good to get more news and coverage for the A-League. Roundball Australia are currently doing their own live watch along as well for this game as well. Great to see that the coverage of Australian football is growing. There's so many fantastic creators, man, making good stuff around Australian football. I was watching, a lot of you guys might know Dom's Ball Chat on YouTube. I was watching his Socceroos vlog. He was at the Socceroos game on the Gold Coast last week. I was watching his vlog yesterday. Thoughts on the Dwight York situation? Says Kraz Dog a bit earlier. Yeah, I saw something come out about that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Who knows what's going on there? Any score predictions? Asks Clyde. Jocelyn's predicting a 1-0 win for Australia. At this rate, yeah, I don't think there's going to be many goals in it from here. It doesn't feel like it's going to necessarily break open. But I'm still backing Australia to get the win here. Still backing Australia to get the win. I might agree with Jocelyn now. I think it might be a 1-0 situation. Second half is minutes away, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm quietly a little bit nervous for it. A little bit nervous. We got to win. We just have to win this game. We just have to win this game, dude. Limited Wales says, I'm jealous of this Indonesia atmosphere. Wish we'd get these sort of games in Australia. Well, what's Indonesia's population? I'm going to have a quick Google search. If you guys beat me to it, let me know in the chat. What's Indonesia's population? Because it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. Indonesia population. If anyone knows, drop it in the chat. According to Google, Indonesia's population is 275.5 million. 275 million. Wow. That was apparently in 2022. So who knows? It could be even more than that. Wow. Almost 300 million people in Indonesia. Thoughts on Sydney FC's signing, asks Krasdog. Well, yes, the new signing that they announced yesterday, Polish striker Patrick Klimala, looks like a fascinating signing. Was on the books at Celtic a couple of years ago. And he's moved around a little bit in his career. He went over to the MLS for a period of time as well. I'm curious to see how he goes at Sydney FC, man. They've obviously, Sydney FC, they love signing strikers from overseas, and they've had some decent ones over the years, especially when you look at Adam Lafondra and Bobo. They signed Fabio Gomez, Brazilian striker, last year. He was okay. He was good. Maybe not as successful as Lafondra and Bobo, but Patrick Klimala signed on loan for this season, so another striker in on loan. Curious to see how he goes at Sydney this season. But they've built a good side, haven't they? I think Sydney this year. I think they'll be really strong this year, the Sky Blues. Limited Whale says if they could get these World Cup games on a Friday or Saturday night, I think we could get a great atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll never see it, hey, just because obviously these matches are played on weeknights. It's just the way it works out, hey. But you're right, Limited Whale. I mean, a match on like a Saturday night at like a core stadium in Sydney, or something like that, Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, could potentially fill it out. Bardo asks, where do you think the Socceroos China and Socceroos versus Saudi Arabia will be? Oh, as in like where they'll be played? I believe that's confirmed. Socceroos China is in Adelaide, and Socceroos versus Saudi Arabia is in Melbourne. I assume that's what you're asking there, Born Bardo, as in like where those games will be played. I believe that has been confirmed. So Adelaide Oval is the next home game. That match against China in next month, isn't it? And then Socceroos taking on Saudi Arabia in November. That game's taking place at Amy Park in Melbourne. Troy asks, do you think Adelaide signing Vreens, I think his name is, from PSV, will be any good? I think it's a great signing. He looks like he's got great experience playing in the Dutch league, and will bring some good experience to that Adelaide backline, and they need it too. They need a solid defence, Adelaide, because they've been leaky for the last few years. It's time for the second half. Mitchell Duke is still on the field because he's on the camera right now. Jackson Irvine is there as well, having a chat to the referee. Oh, Spencer asks, where will the final two be played? If you had to guess, the Socceroos final two games, they haven't been announced yet, which will be against Indonesia and Japan. Another one in Sydney. I'd love to see. I know the Socceroos have played a few games recently at Combank Stadium. I'd love to see the Socceroos play at Allianz Stadium. I think that'd be great. I love Allianz Stadium. I've been there a few times, like to the new one. I think it's a great stadium. Hey, dude, I don't know if I'm just being sort of selfish. I'm on the Central Coast here. I'd love to see a game played in Newcastle. I don't know if we'll see it. It's a smaller stadium, but Gold Coast was a small stadium. Who knows? Maybe Brisbane. I know Queensland just had a game, but maybe Brisbane. Whether they go to Perth again, potentially. But we know they're going to Adelaide, which is great to see. Socceroos haven't been to Adelaide for a little while. Going to Melbourne already later this year. So I reckon Sydney is probably a likely city for the Socceroos next year. Maybe against Japan, and then maybe the Indonesia game. Who knows? Maybe they play that in Newcastle. That'd be cool. If they do, I'd probably get to both. Hey. All right. The teams are out for the second half. Huge 45 minutes ahead for Indonesia and Australia. We need a win here, the Socceroos. Townsville could be a wild card. That'd be fun. I'd be down for that. Limited Wales says, I remember going to Australia versus Japan in the Asian Cup in Newcastle. Such a great night. That's right, 2015. Daniel says, could have used Yengi here. Cassini Yengi. Yeah, I mean, if he's fit, if he's available, he's straight to the starting lineup every time for me. All right, here we go. Second half between Indonesia and Socceroos. Finally getting underway here. Australia, have they made any changes? We'll keep an eye on it, but it doesn't look like it. We'll keep an eye on whether the system itself has been tweaked. Ball's going to come across for Goodwin here. Can't get the contact on it, though. Appreciate you guys tuning in for tonight's live watch along. As always, great to see so many of you guys here in the live chat tonight, dropping your thoughts and analysis on this game. We are reacting to it. We are living this game together. We are experiencing these emotions together as one big, grand football fan base. How long is Yengi's suspension? I believe it's just one game. I haven't seen anything else. If anyone knows anything else, let us know. I believe it's just one. Clyde says just one match. Okay, Australia. What have you got? What have you got? Not that. A long ball to no one. We don't need that. We don't need long balls to no one. No, thank you. There was a little bit of some wayward passes in that first half. We're just going to try and get that out of the game. I mean, the positive thing as well from Australia is that Indonesia didn't really have many opportunities at all in the first half. As soon as I say that, Indonesia are in behind. Cameron Burgess, great defensive work. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. I'm like, good thing Indonesia haven't had many chances. As soon as I said that, Harry Sutar slipped and Indonesia were in behind. But Cameron Burgess with some crucial defensive work there. Indonesia remain in a dangerous position though. Knocking the ball around. Harry Sutar. Great defensive header. That's what he excels at, doesn't he? Did we make a halftime sub? Asks Intellectual. Not. No, we did not. Not yet. Limited Wales says Burgess is so underrated. I think he's great. He's great. And look, the thing, obviously he's left-footed as well, just like Kai Rolls, but the thing that he does have over Kai Rolls is the height. He's a little bit taller than Kai Rolls, isn't he? So that helps. Craig Goodwin is dispossessed there on the left wing. Forward pass, Sutar. Good defensive work there. Clyde says Sutar is honestly the backbone of our defense. Yeah. I mean, and it just goes to show, like, wasn't it like the past year for Harry Sutar has been so crazy, hasn't it? Like the fact that he barely played any club football at Leicester City last year, which was a real shame. Now at Sheffield United, getting some game time so far, which is good to see. I mean, despite the fact that he barely played in the past 12 months, Graham Arnold was still throwing him in, which was the correct decision. I mean, he's been so good for Australia. He's been one of our best players over the last few years. And he was arguably our best player at the World Cup in 2022. Intellectual asks, interesting question. Central Coast question. Where are Central Coast fans from? Where are Central Coast fans from? They all from Gosford? Well, Gosford is a suburb on the Central Coast, the Central Coast being a region. So Mariners fans are all across the Central Coast. Yeah. Gosford is, I guess, sort of the central business hub, if you like, the central business district of the Central Coast. Gosford is also where Industry Group Stadium, home of the Mariners, is located. But, yeah, man, Mariners fans located all over the place. I know Mariners fans who are all over the place, in Sydney, across regional New South Wales. Backus driving forward. Muscled off it. No foul was the correct call, in my opinion, there. Backus trying to win it back. Aaron Kunda getting physical as well. There's been a real... Oh, Chikati misses it. This has been a real physical game, hasn't it? It has been quite wrestly. It's been quite physical. 5 minutes into this second half. And Indonesia trying to get themselves back on the front foot. Nice play from the home team. Here come Indonesia. The ball comes in. Away by Jakarta. The cross wasn't really near a target. Duke forward for Goodwin. That's a good pass from Duke. And, okay, that's an ambitious pass for Aaron Kunda. He's not getting to that. I like the idea, though. Like the idea there from Craig Goodwin. Are there lots of Mariners fans? I think so. I mean, the thing with... That's why I think it's great to have professional teams in regional areas. I'm going to come back to that because here comes Goodwin with the delivery. Headed away. As far as Silvera. Shikati swings it in. Two players go down in the box for Australia. Goodwin is appealing for something by the looks of things. Player's going to be halted here for a moment. There's a couple players down. Intellectual asks, are there lots of Mariners fans? Because obviously the Mariners are the only professional club in any sport on the Central Coast. Everyone on the Central Coast is sort of a Mariners fan in a way. You know, when the grand final was here, when the A-League grand final was here on the Central Coast, it sort of took over the whole region for the weekend. Yeah. So it's certainly it's a real community vibe here at the Mariners, that's for sure. Sutar, great clean tackle suspenser. Clyde asks, is Matty Ryan our captain? Yes, I believe so. Yes. Correct. Matty Ryan is indeed captain. Has been the captain for the last couple of years now, hasn't he? Matty. No worries, Fortnite. Good to see you here. Do you reckon Arnie needs the sack? Asks Fortnite. I think if we lose this game, yeah, I think another loss here would just be crazy. Would just be truly stunning. And I think it would be time for Arnie to go. Blinker says Mariners have a lot of fans that don't live on the coast. North Sydney, Manly, etc. Have lots of Mariners fans there. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of Mariners fans that live in Sydney too. Spencer says, even if we draw, he should go. There's probably an argument for that, to be fair. I mean, these first two games, I guess we were going into it hoping to win both. We were expecting 6 points. And if we come away with one, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Troy says the days leading up to the grand final were unbelievable. Such an amazing feeling for us coasties. Yeah, like local stores and everything had like yellow and blue, streamers and balloons everywhere. It was a real fun vibe here on the coast. And to be honest, I mean, that was something that really helped me get into football from a young age. I was a young kid when the A-League started up. And a big reason why I got so invested into football, and specifically the A-League, is because I had a team in my local area here on the central coast of New South Wales. Indonesia, 2-1-2 here. They're driving forward. Sutar needs to defend this. Great block. Great block. It's reminiscent of that defending from the World Cup. How did Indonesia get behind there, though? Cross comes in. Bajic has gone down holding his head. And the foul has been awarded. Free kick Australia. Limited Wales says 2-1 to China. China says Daniel. China goal offside says Joseph. Wowee. I appreciate you guys dropping some updates on these other games, man. Obviously doing the watch along here. All the focus is on what's going on in the Socceroos game. So that's why we love doing these live watch alongs, man. You guys are like the co-pilots. You know what I mean? You're co-piloting this mission. And as they say in High School Musical, which I literally just watched a couple weeks ago, we're all in this together. That's right. Okay, 10 minutes into this second half, it's 0-0 still. Indonesia, they were really bright for the first 3 minutes of this game. After that, they barely had a chance. But they have started this second half with a bit more intensity, haven't they? Looking to create some more opportunities. Harry Sutar called into action a couple times at the back. North Korea and Qatar tied at 2-2, apparently. Tarnley says, I feel Aaron Kunda's wasted as second striker. Yeah, I mean, Arnie might have to look at shifting him out wide. We're not seeing him enough, hey. Kind of agree with you, Tarnley. Kind of agree. Get him out wide. Get him one-on-one with a fullback. He's gone. He's gone. Long-range strike there from Indonesia a moment ago. Well and truly wide of the target. Clyde says, the thing is, I don't know what manager we honestly have the power to get, honestly. We'll come back to that because Aaron Kunda has been wiped out. Free kick in a great position for the Socceroos. Yellow card to Indonesia. And Australia set up in a great position. Hubner, the defender for Indonesia, committing the foul just late. A late challenge on Nestor Irankunda, who was speeding forward there. Tarnley says Irankunda free kick goal incoming. Dude, I'll tell you what. I mean, Craig Goodwin knows how to hit a free kick, but Irankunda, right-footed option. We've seen him score some fantastic free kicks for Adelaide in the A-League. We remember that one he scored last season at home against Melbourne City. Early on in the campaign. He scored a great goal against Newcastle from the free kick a couple of years ago as well. Okay. It's shooting distance too, isn't it? This free kick. It's shooting distance. Craig Goodwin's over it. Craig Goodwin is over it, which is no surprise. If it was to the other hand, if the ball was more to the left, you could probably look at Aaron Kunda to give it a go. Fireball says, here comes Mobile, looks like. Is he warming up? Is he coming on? Hey, Mobile? We are approaching the hour mark. Craig Goodwin here. Free kick opportunity. He hits it. Ooh. Around the wall, on target, but straight into the hands of Pace, the goalkeeper. Decent pace on it too. There was decent pace, but the height of the ball was pretty routine for the goalkeeper. That save there. Intellectual sums that up in the chat. Goodwin, bread and butter. Wasted chances, Tan Lee. So good to see you guys in the chat tonight here. Support the channel by hitting the like button. And you can also consider sending through a super chat. Stay subscribed if you want to keep up to more live watch-alongs like this and more content surrounding the Socceroos and all things Australian football. We've got the Australia Cup quarterfinals coming up this week. We put out the predictions video for that. My tips for the quarterfinals this week. Australia substitution. Fireball was correct. Mabil is on, and it is Nestori Irankunda who has been removed. That is interesting. That is fascinating. Now, we will keep an eye on how Australia, exactly how they line up from here. I'll tell you what, it looks like we've almost gone to a 4-3-3. Silvera sort of playing in a midfield three. Is that what we're seeing now from the Aussies? Is that what we're seeing? Sammy Silvera maybe coming a little bit more centrally. We'll keep an eye on it. But Australia have made their first change of the game. How do we feel about that? Nestor could have subbed off. Fascinating. Bardo says we needed to keep him on. Nabil with the cross. Headed behind for a corner. Another corner opportunity for Australia. We had so many in that first half, didn't we? So many chances from the corner for Australia. Okay, can we capitalise this time around, though? Can we find the head of a teammate? Chance for Duke. Appeals for a handball. Referee not interested. Advantage to Indonesia, and they're away on the counter-attack. They're going down the right-hand side. That pass inside isn't going to find anyone. As we pass the hour mark, Australia with a good opportunity from that corner. Duke's strike blocked. As is Bajic driving up from the left wing. Goodwin goes for Bajic. We need more options in the box here. Goodwin cuts it back. Oh, nice pass. Bajic coming inside. Bajic still running out of room. Running out of room there. This is Bajic. And that's a foul. Bit of a silly foul to commit there from Sammy Silvera, who maybe is coming a bit more infield in this second half. So Awil Mabil is on the pitch for the Socceroos. Nestor Irankunda was the player that was substituted. Intellectual is asking the question. Handball. Do they not check it? I didn't see the replay, to be fair. Was it a handball? Did it look it? Intellectual says that the North Korea-Qatar game has been abandoned for bad weather. Is that right? Troy says it's too early to talk about replacing Arnie. There he is on camera now. Speaking to his assistants. Half an hour to go. Australia still looking for the breakthrough. Adam Taggart is on the bench. John Idle is there as well as striking options. Josh Nisbet could also break the game open. Martin Boyle provides us an option in a wide area. Hello to Perth Groy Shorts in the chat. That's right, no goals after an hour. Blinker says, I thought Nestori was still our most dangerous in attack, even if he was tiring. I mean, we sort of talked about it in the first half, hey, that maybe he would have been better utilized as a super sub. You know, bring him on when the opposition's tiring a little bit. Humid conditions over in Indonesia, wouldn't it be? But yeah, you can only imagine what it would have been like if we would have been able to bring Aaron Kunda on at half time. He is so good as an impact player, isn't he? Down the left-hand side now, Australia. No foul for that. It's a dangerous challenge. It's Bacchus who was taken off it. Dude, Silveira is basically playing as almost like another defensive midfielder here. As Indonesia look to get in behind. Chicardi having to do defending. Australia get the numbers back. Ball comes in field. Mobile gets there first. Australia looking a little bit open at the back. Well, I'll tell you, this game is well and truly opening up because Australia are flying away here down the left. Silveira, left wing now. He's all over the place tonight, Sammy Silveira. Cutting inside. Now for Bacchus. Will he shoot? Goes to Mobile, but keeps running. Come on, it's a bit too static. It's a bit too static from Australia. Got all these players centrally. Nothing's really happening, and Mobile slips as he goes for the cross. Needs some more changes now. Needs more changes there. There was no movement there from Australia. Need more. We need more. Spencer says, we're letting them get back by slowing down. This is pathetic, says Spencer. Bardo says Taggart needs to come on before the 70th minute. Yep. Yeah, it feels like we need to make a string of changes, honestly. I think Taggart on. I think it's probably worth throwing Boyle on as well. I think maybe take Goodwin off. And a Nisbet. I'd bring Nisbet on for either Irvine or Bacchus, hey. What's Sammy Silveira doing? He's sitting right back. Long ball here towards Duke. He's going to fall for Chikati. Still going. Ooh, no penalty. I think that probably is the right call. Chikati was already going down. And there will be a substitution here. Again, will it be for Australia? There was a slightest bit of contact there as Ducati was going down, but he was already falling. Double. Oh, dude, we're getting it. Nisbet's coming on. Taggart's coming on. Goodwin's coming off. Duke is coming off. Wow. Okay, so serious reshuffle here. That might see Silveira over to the left. Josh Nisbet is on. Last year's Johnny Warren medal winner in the A-League men's. And Adam Taggart has come on for Mitchell Duke here. Huge changes for Australia. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's happening now. I'm glad the changes have been made now. And not with 5 minutes to go. But Adam Taggart, who won the Golden Boot in the A-League last year. Josh Nisbet, who was so good in the A-League last year, is on. And if you're looking for a player to really unlock things, get things going, get on the ball and get it moving forward, Josh Nisbet is your guy. In towards Mobile, who knocks it down towards Taggart. Oh! Adam Taggart from point blank range. Straight into the hands of the keeper. Good chance indeed, Joseph. Good chance indeed. Mobile with a knockdown and Taggart. Oh my gosh, dude. Either side of the keeper and it's a goal, 100%, dude. What a chance for Australia again. This time Adam Taggart just onto the pitch. Oh no. Indonesia player goes to the ground in the box. Penalty. No penalty according to the ref. Not interested. Nisbet on the counter-attack now for Australia, who are driving forward. Here's our updated lineup. Silvera over on the left wing. Nisbet goes across to Silvera, who hits. Deflection will take it out for a corner. I mean, we are well and truly seeing plenty of space opening up. Plenty of space now. So many counterattacks for both teams. We still have over 20 minutes to go. You sense that the goal is coming in this game. You sense that the goal could well be just around the corner. Josh Nisbet and Adam Taggart. Mabil all on for Australia here. Might be looking more like a 4-3-3 at this stage with Nisbet coming infield. Mabil's outswinger. Oh, towards Sutar. It's bouncing around. Appeals for a handball. Chikati's convinced. We're going to need the replay. There's an Indonesian player down on the ground. So Sutar right. I didn't look like a hand. It looked like it just hit his face. Sutar did really well to get himself to that. Great leap. Great header. It's straight into the face. It's a falcon. No handball indeed, Daniel. Oh, my goodness. Fireball says, nice having a striker who wants to shoot. That's right. That's right. Another change for Indonesia here, who are getting some more fresh legs on for the remaining 20 minutes or so. So this is how it looks for the Socceroos. Nisbet, Silvera, Taggart, Mabil in attack. So sort of all our attacking players have sort of been replaced. Silvera's still there. We've still got the likes of Boyle who could come on as well. John Iredale, another striking option for the Socceroos we could potentially see come on. But I'm liking this setup now for the Socceroos with 20 minutes played. To go, we should say. Chikati for Mabil. Chikati continues the run, gets the ball. Oh, got to go short here. Nisbet's in space. Oh, dude. Nisbet had a huge pocket of space short in the box there. If that pass had gone through, Nisbet was in. What a chance. Oh, damn. That short pass from Nisbet, Chikati was offside. Ah, goodness. Limited Whale says we need to strike a bad. Hopefully that'll be Yangi one day. Yeah, he is the guy for me. I think he is. He has to be the striker for Australia going forward, I think. Yeah. All right. Big moments here for the Socceroos. Scoreless draw here would be a failure for Australia, especially considering some of the good chances that we've had so far across 70 minutes of football. You can see the energy is there for Australia. The intention is there. Just need a little bit more quality in the final third to make this breakthrough. Oh, good. Well done. Good. Taggart winning the ball back. And that pass. Irvine, what is that pass? It's offside. Of course it is. Jackson Irvine, dude. I think Jackson Irvine has been fantastic for the Socceroos over the last couple of years. But these last two games have been a real low light in Jackson Irvine's Socceroos career. That pass was just completely off target. One more substitution window for the Socceroos. You're probably looking at both Iredale and Boyle to potentially come on. Blinker says, I don't see it with Yengi, but hope I'm wrong all the same. I do think Cassini still has like another level to go to as well. Hey, he's still relatively young too, but he's got all the attributes to become like a real top striker. He's tall, he's strong, he's fast. If he just keeps working on his game at Portsmouth. Nisbet. Nice pass forward. Chikati down the right. Good. Short from Mobile. In the box. Mobile. Defenders getting in the road. Still with it though, Australia. And it'll be a corner for the Socceroos. Oi, oi, oi. Daniel says Irvine has had a stink in the last two. Don't know what's going on. Mobile. Nice little move down the right-hand side there. And the Socceroos have had so many corners in this game. So many corners. Will we finally make the breakthrough? Mobile delivers. Far post. Chikati's head is going to sail over. Dude, it's getting real nervous as the minutes tick by and the chances keep going wide. We really need this win, dude. We really need this win. Well, how's the other games looking? China and Saudi Arabia, two other opponents in this group, currently meeting each other right now as we speak. 1-1 in that game still. Saudi Arabia did have a player sent off early in the contest. 1-1. Bacchus. Forward from Mobile, down the right. Mobile's cross. Not finding anyone. Mobile has Chikati on the overlap. Swings it in though. And then it'll be another corner. I mean, it's another corner, but like the corners aren't really producing anything. Not really producing anything. Killen in the chat says, "Hi, Lockie. Hope Australia qualifies so that I can go watch them play in my home country, USA." Thanks for the comment, my friend. And hopefully we do qualify for the World Cup. All right. Silvera. Corner. Deep delivery over everyone. Chikati's trying to regather this. Pass back to Mobile's offline. Oh, well done, Mobile, for winning it back and crossing. And oh, God. Dude. Regathered Silvera, though. Towards Mobile. Oh, my gosh, dude. Dude. Throw in Australia. Oh, dude. It's frustrating. So many of these crosses and passes just completely misdirected. Mobile. That ball almost got across to him in the end, though. He was lining up for the strike. 15 minutes to go. Can Australia make the breakthrough? So good to see all you guys joining us for the live watch along here tonight. 0-0 between Indonesia and Australia. 76 minutes played in Jakarta. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you've been enjoying the watch along, you can consider sending through a super chat here. As we the minutes tick down. The minutes tick down. It gets nervy. It's getting real nervy from here. Australia committing plenty of players forward here too. Again, just so cheaply given away, dude. So cheaply given away. Tense indeed, Jack. Tense indeed. Here comes Australia again. Bajic swings it in towards Mobile. Mobile. He's been lively since coming off the bench. That header goes wide. Great opportunity. Great opportunity, Mobile. Just wide indeed, Joseph. Oh. Oh, goodness. I tell you what, if that was on target, you don't know if Payas is getting to that. Don't know if the goalkeeper's getting to that. So close for Mobile. Australia's shot stats are now well and truly in the double digits. Go, come on, Aussie boys, says pseudo-intellectual. 1-0 loss to Bahrain on home soil last week. 0-0 in the final stages of this game in Jakarta. Indonesia ranked 133rd in the world. Australia ranked 24th. Silvera, heavy contact in the middle of the pitch. Free kick, Australia. Foul correctly awarded. You just wonder when Graham Arnold is going to make these final substitutions. If he does make them at all. Iredale, Boyle, a couple more attacking options there. Maybe Boyle on for Silvera. And then maybe bring Iredale on for a midfielder. Just to throw another striker up there. Mabil. Back for Nisbet. Cross for Bacchus. Australia. You can see that there's plenty more gold shirts getting forward now, but we just need... Like, the numbers are there. For some reason, we're just not finding the link-up play. Mabil with a little pocket of space. Like, at least Ail Mabil is showing a bit of initiative here. Bacchus swings it wide to Bajic. Not bad. The other one goes back. Suta driving forward from the halfway line. The forward pass for Nisbet. Chekati. Cross is blocked. Incredible how many corners Australia have had in this game. Incredible. Another substitution here for Indonesia. Pratama Arhan coming on. He's a player who we highlighted in our preview video that we did last week. His signature move is his incredible long throw-ins. Incredible long throw-ins. Pratama Arhan. So if Indonesia get an opportunity here from a throw-in, could be danger for Australia. Mabil's corner very deep towards Irvine, away. Irvine has to track it back. 13 corners for Australia. 13! 13! Incredible. Burgess has stayed forward. Chikati's trying to win it. Bouncing around. Back pass here. The keeper clears. Could Indonesia be in behind here? Has the board stayed in play? Not quite. Okay. Thanks for that update. Lockie TV show in the chat. Saudi Arabia versus China is 1-1. Saudi Arabia are down to 10 men. Which is an interesting result for Australia. Saudi Arabia potentially starting the first couple match days with just 2 points. But at this rate, Australia will just have the 1 point. Bahrain take on Japan later tonight. Nisbet. Trying to find Irvine. Misses him. Throw in for Indonesia. 81 minutes played. Time is ticking by. Are we getting these subs? Are we getting these final subs? Is Graham Arnold making his final move in this chess game? Switch of play for Indonesia. Finds Arhan, who drives it forward. Australia conceded late against Bahrain last week. Just got to try not to concede late here as well. Free kick goes the way of Australia. How long to go in the China game? I believe it's running the same time. I believe it's pretty much the same. Kicked off at the same time. The Socceroos can still make one more window worth of changes. Can still bring on 2 more players. Nisbet, Taggart, Mabil all on from the bench. Nine fouls committed by Indonesia, just 6 committed by Australia, according to the broadcast. Indonesia have been so solid at the back, not allowing Australia too many clear-cut opportunities. But with the opportunities we have had in this game, man, we really should have made the break. We really should have made the breakthrough by now. Oh, that's a high boot on Taggart. Taggart's got absolutely tangled up there. We saw Yengi sent off for a high boot last week. I mean, it's completely accidental. It has clipped Taggart on the back of the head. It is a high boot. Oh, Indonesia send this one long. Chikati's going to deal with this. Oh, does well. Does well, Alessandro Chikati. Hasn't he been great for the Socceroos in these 2 games? I mean, despite it overall being pretty flat from Australia, Chikati at right back has actually really, really impressed. He really has. That might be a corner for Indonesia. No, it's play on. Sutar just managing to keep that in play. Taggart. Irvine. Bit of space now down the left for Australia. It's Samuel Silvera. Need a bit of magic from the winger. Silvera. He was driving inside. And we've got the corner now. Corner number 14 for Australia. 14. Join us for the live watch along on Thursday night, 2 days' time. We are going to be live for the Australia Cup quarterfinal between Adelaide United and Western Sydney Wanderers. Australia Cup quarterfinals kicking off tomorrow night. Lockie TV Show says Chikati has been great tonight. Probably one of Australia's best once again. Silvera. Swinging it in towards Sutar. Chikati with a hit. Oh, blocked. Chikati with a free swing at it. Mabil needs a bit of support here. Mabil. Someone comes short for him. Bacchus tries to swing it. He needs more support there. Mabil. Just getting suffocated out in the wing. And the pressure's been relieved. Final change here for Indonesia. Socceroos. 5 minutes to go in regular time. Still can make one more set of subs. And they're making it. Is that Kai Rolls? It looks like it's Kai Rolls who's coming on. Potentially maybe an injury concern for one of our defenders. It's Bajic who's come off. It's Aziz Bajic who's come off. Potentially an injury concern there. Hopefully he is all good, but rolls on for the final few moments at left back. Is there time for Australia to make this breakthrough? Will we find it? There's our final lineup here for the Socceroos. Rolls on at left back for Bajic. Taggart driving forward. Australia have to spring forward here with numbers. Rolls down the left. Fresh legs on the left wing. Not accustomed to playing as a wing back, Kai Rolls. Bacchus, Irvine, onside. Again, the wrong pass from Jackson Irvine. This has been a real poor couple of games for the St. Pauli midfielder. Usually one of Australia's best, but what can you say? It's been a real shaky couple performances from Jackson Irvine in midfield. Too many wayward passes, unfortunately. Indonesia have won the ball in a promising area here. They can go on the attack. It's swung in. Away by Chikati. Appreciate that comment, Jador, in the chat. Thanks for jumping in into the live chat. Silvera. Kai Rolls on the left. Looking to swing it in. It's blocked. Irvine. Bacchus forward from the build. Okay, let's get some support here. Come on. The ball comes in. I mean, that's it's simply an awful cross. It's an awful cross, and that's surely got to be offside here. The flag somehow hasn't gone up. Indonesia on the attack. Switch of play, and it will fall out of play. I mean, that cross from Ailmabil. He had time on the ball, swings it in, and it's just over everyone. It's not even close. Dude. It was around this time. It was around this time when we conceded to Bahrain. It was around this moment in the game. But if anyone's looking more likely to score at the moment, it's Australia. Just need that quality on the ball. All Saudi score, says Joseph. That's huge. 10 men, Saudi Arabia, score late. Lucky TV show with the update as well. Scored in the 90th minute. That is huge for Saudi Arabia. And I tell you what, that's a blow for Australia. That's a huge blow for Australia. It makes the Aussies' tasks that much more difficult now. Throw goes away of Indonesia. You see the concern on the face of Graham Arnold, man. You can see the concern. He's sensing the pressure. "18 shots for Australia, no goals is shocking," says Bornbardo. How much injury time will we get? There hasn't really been many stoppages. It hasn't really. Maybe 4. Maybe 4 minutes. Maybe 5. 6. 6 minutes, we'll take that. Six minutes added on for Australia. 6 minutes left to keep this game alive. Mabil dispossessed. The foul's been awarded, and look at the coach for Indonesia, blowing up on the sideline on that call. Heavy contact. Tell you what, though, there probably wasn't a foul. Mabil, again, completely isolated on that right wing. He's got real no option short. Indonesia looking to play out from the back. Jackson Irvine did really well to win the ball back. Across for Bacchus. Need the right pass here. Looking for the reverse ball to Nisbet. Couldn't find him. And then Indonesia can drive forward once again. Yellow card here going the way of Samuel Silveira for that professional foul. Oh boy. What can we say, man? What can we say? Minutes to go here for the Socceroos. It almost feels inevitable. It almost feels inevitable for like maybe the last 10, 15 minutes that this game was just going to end in a draw. How do you rate Silveira, says Tan Lee? Well, hey, as a Mariners fan, I love Samuel Silveira, and he was fantastic for the Mariners a couple of years ago in that championship-winning season. But this game, he's been pretty average. We haven't seen him play to his the best of his abilities tonight, unfortunately. Started on the right wing, now on the left. Interesting to see that Martin Ball hasn't been brought into the side in the second half. No John Iredale either. Pratama Arhan. These are the long throws we're talking about. Arhan, look at this long throw. Oh my goodness. Ryan plucks it out of the air. Dude, that throw traveled so far. 6 minutes total added time. 3.5 to go. Throw in Australia at the halfway line. Huge throw in indeed, hey. Blinkers says Indonesia would be pretty stoked to have 2 points from the Saudis and us. Yeah. That's huge. That's huge for Indonesia, dude. 2 tricky games to open up qualifiers. Saudi Arabia, Australia. For a team ranked 133rd. They've got to be stoked with that. Arhan with a cross for Indonesia. Shot at the near post. Not going to challenge Matty Ryan. I mean, at least Australia haven't really been bothered too much at the back. There's been a couple times where Indonesia have sprung forward, but haven't really had the quality in front of goal. 2.5 minutes left. Less than that now. Dude, we need this goal. We need this goal. It's just going to take one moment. One piece of individual brilliance. Once again, Jackson Irvine plays a wayward pass. Giving away possession. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left for Australia, who will potentially end Matchday 2 with just 1 point on the board. Chakati. Forward pass for Indonesia. Oh, the give and go. And they're down the left. Pratama Arhan. It didn't look like it went out of play, but it is a throw-in. Thanks for that update, Jocelyn, as well. 2-1 to Saudi Arabia, China. Just over a minute to go, dude. Just over a minute to go. I mean, we need something here. We need something. Silveira. That's going to be a free kick. That's got to be a free kick. It is. And with a minute to go, this could be Australia's final chance. Silveira did well driving forward there and earned the foul. Nice footwork. Broke away with speed and he's taken off it. Free kick. Racehigh Gaming says Mabil and Silveira having a rough night. Certainly, they've been lacking a little bit tonight. A lot of our attacking players have. And final chance here for Australia, maybe 30 seconds to go. Silveira is going to deliver. This is it. Dude, this is it. This is going to be huge if we score here, dude. This is going to be huge. It's going to take a weight off Graham Arnold's shoulders, that's for sure. Keep an eye out for Burgess, for Suter, for Taggart in the box. For Australia, Silveira's cross. And that sums it up, doesn't it? And that sums it up for Australia. You can see Silveira apologising to his teammates. That sums it up for Australia. Awful. Absolutely awful. It's full time. Absolutely awful. Australia drop points again. Fail to score again. 0-0. He's got to go, says Beto's up. Arnold out, asks Cameron. How are we feeling? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Arnie out? Arnie out? Look, if we had lost that, Arnie out for sure. I think the draw, there's the tiniest glimmer of hope. I think for Graham Arnold still. I think he sticks around for one more window. And then October's going to be the crucial one. That was rough, says Troy. Joke, says Jordan. Intellectual says Nestri, definitely the best chance. Suter for second. Yep. Look, we had the chances in that game. We had the opportunities. Australia had, 14 corners? 14 corners. How many shots did we have, dude? The amount of opportunities that we racked up over that game, we should have scored. Any team would have scored. But this lack of quality and lack of conviction in the final third has hurt us so much across these two games and could well cost us a place in the World Cup. 2 games to kick off this round of World Cup qualifiers against Bahrain and Indonesia. The expectation is that we were going to win both games. On the broadcast, they're showing the ladder now. Australia sitting 5th out of 6 teams with just 1 point. Indonesia, Bahrain, Japan, and Saudi Arabia all ahead of us. Bahrain and Japan still play later tonight, man. The task, I know we're just 2 match days into a total of 10 match days for this round of qualifiers, but this is looking real disastrous for the Socceroos. There has to be some serious improvement for next month because it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Some of the worst Socceroos performances in recent history, really, these past 2 games. And we need serious improvement. There needs to be some serious changes for this squad. For the next squad, we need to see some serious overhaul. There's some experienced players who played in both games who had some absolutely awful performances for the Socceroos here. And Graham Arnold has this opportunity here. So I actually do think Graham Arnold should be kept around, at least for the next window. This is Graham Arnold's opportunity to be brave and take some risks and drop some key players for Australia here and bring in some fresh players who are going to just bring something different to this side because we bloody need it. We bloody need it. Jador asks, who is your best 3 tonight and worst 3? Ooh. Worst 3 was probably Irvine, Duke, and who was it? I mean, probably Silvera. We love Samuel Silvera, but he didn't offer enough for Australia tonight. He got a full 90 minutes and just didn't offer tonight. And that set piece at the end was just a disaster. Best 3 tonight for Australia. I thought Mobile was pretty lively when he came on. Sutar had a couple good defensive interventions. And Chikati worked really hard at right back again tonight. Look, there are some positives to take from these games, but I mean, there's so much that has to be improved upon. I mean, the main thing is how concerning it is the fact that we just haven't scored a goal against Bahrain and Indonesia, 2 teams who we at least should have scored against, right? Like, regardless, forget the results or anything like that. We at least should have scored against in the end. But we weren't able to even make a single breakthrough in front of goal. Vincenzo says, call Popper now. We talked about it early in the stream, man. I mean, that would be an interesting one. I mean, Tony Popovic. Hey, what's he up to right now? What's he up to? Kevin Muscat's another one. I mean, he's having such a great time in China at the moment. I'd love to see him in charge of the Socceroos. But Tony Popovic is actually a really interesting suggestion. Arnie, Tony Walmsley in. That's a throwback. Great stuff. Appreciate it. Couldn't watch the game, says Jador. No worries, Jador. Thanks for tuning in, man. Need a center attacking midfielder, says Fireball. Riley McGree. I mean, in terms of players who could come in for this next window, we're looking at Riley McGree, who can hopefully be injury-free. We're looking at Alex Robertson, who could provide something different in midfield. I think midfield is probably the area we need to fix up as well. I think defensively, we're pretty sound. I think defensively, I wouldn't want really any changes. Obviously, you got some players returning from injury. The likes of Jody Boss, maybe Gethin Jones as well returning from injury. But that back line is relatively solid. But the midfield and attack just needs a complete overhaul. I mean, just a complete lack of quality and conviction. So much improvement is needed. 0-0 in the end. Indonesia 0, Australia 0. We sit 5th on the group standings now in our group World Cup qualifiers. Serious changes needed ahead of the next games for the Socceroos. We're taking on China up next at home. Got Japan away as well, which is going to be super tricky for the Socceroos. But the fact that we have dropped points in both of these games is a serious concern for the Socceroos. And for Graham Arnold, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Arnie in the coming days. I don't expect him to be let go just yet. I don't expect him to be let go just yet. But there is some serious pressure on Graham Arnold now, if there wasn't already pressure on him in the past. Blinker says Hrustic and McGree need to go into the mids. I mean, Aiden Hrustic, look, he's got a new club. Hopefully he has hopefully he does have some decent game time at his new club and gets himself back into the squad. Where's Arzani? Asks Vincenzo. Yep, another player we could potentially bring in. I mean, he's another wild card for the wide positions. I think. I mean, I guess we can only say this in retrospect, but I mean, Nestor Irankunda coming off the bench tonight would have been interesting. Nestor Irankunda coming off the bench would have been interesting tonight. I don't know if playing him in that front position worked out. It didn't work out, hey. The Kual brothers, I mean, yeah, that's an interesting shout as well. I mean, Garang just isn't playing football at the moment, obviously. Alu Kual, I mean, I think he's probably still... I think he still needs another big season at Mariners. He needs to score some more goals before getting a look in for the Socceroos. But, both have, the potential. Appreciate that comment from Vincenzo a moment ago. Best thing tonight was your call. Enjoyed it, man. Thanks, Vincenzo. Appreciate that. Oh, my goodness. RZ Channel a bit earlier said, let's see if Japan can win against Indonesia. I mean, this group has already proved up some serious surprises, dude. I mean, Indonesia, great start for them in this round of qualifiers. A point against Saudi Arabia away. A point home against Australia here. Yeah. If Yengi didn't get suspended, yeah. I tell you what, I mean, Yengi's the guy. I keep saying it, but Yengi's the guy for us. I think he's still the man to lead Australia up top. Yep. But yeah, man, I mean, so much to take from these two games, man. So much to learn. And these next games coming up next month. I'm excited for them. I am excited for them because I'm excited to see what Australia do differently. Because we cannot play like that again. We cannot play like that again. It's as simple as that. We need more energy. We need more quality. And we do have it, dude. I mean, there are quality players that Australia have. We know that. There's been some fantastic young talent who have been securing moves overseas from the A-League. The talent is there. So that's why I'm saying I'm calling for Arnie to be brave for this next window for the Socceroos. Be brave. Drop some of these established players who are just not performing. Refresh this team. Because we need to be going to this World Cup. This World Cup has been expanded to 48 teams. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the utter embarrassment of this nation if we failed to get to the World Cup with 48 teams? Absolute embarrassment. Of course, early days. I mean, this is match day 2 out of 10. If we finish third, there's still a chance for us to get through in the next stage. But look, we don't want to go that way again. We don't want to go through the playoffs again, man. We should be finishing in the top 2 in this group. Not a great start indeed. Will Graham Arnold be fired? There's so much pressure on him now. I don't think he will just yet. Well, the 2 disastrous results for Australia. But I think there's still maybe one more window for him. Ebag says Arnie doesn't belong anywhere near the Socceroos. Troy says Yengi's clearly our number 1 up top with his strength, height, and finishing. Yep. Jordan says, great stream. Thanks for the company. Jordan, thanks for tuning in, my friend. Appreciate it as always. We're going to be live in 2 days' time, 48 hours' time. Less than that now. Australia Cup quarterfinals this week. We're going to be live on Thursday night right here on the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel for Adelaide United, Western Sydney Wanderers. Huge quarterfinal matchup. 2 A-League teams going head-to-head in that one. 14 corners is crazy, isn't it? 14 corners is absolutely crazy, yeah. Yeah, the fact that we had so many opportunities and didn't score, I mean, it hurts, doesn't it? It really does hurt. Troy says it just hurts due to our start and we were playing a good 11. Yeah, there was good players on the field tonight, wasn't there? It's good. When we saw the lineup, I was excited. I said it pre-game at the start of the stream. I was like, I'm excited for tonight. Because the front 4 that we were running, Silvera, Irankunda, Duke, and Goodwin. And I was like, there's goals there. There's goals there for Australia. But nah. even with the fresh legs coming on, still no. Still no. So it's like, where's it going wrong? And, the eyes are now starting to turn to Graham Arnold if they weren't already. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. It's such a... Just feel so dejected after that. But like I say, look, I'm optimistic and excited heading into the next couple games because we're going to need to see changes. And I'm excited to see who comes into the squad. Keep an eye on the likes of, Alex Robertson, Riley McGree if he's fit, Geordie Boss if he's fit as well. Yeah. Roundball Australia, what a disappointing game. Absolutely. Complete disappointment. Hey. Troy says, enjoyed your stream, Lockie. Looking forward to the Australia Cup. Me too, man. Me too. The Australia Cup has been fun this team. Guys, thank you very, very much for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys here in 2 days' time for our Australia Cup watch-along. Adelaide taking on West Sydney Wanderers. Plenty of content coming out here at Coastwatch Football over the next coming weeks. Soccer is back in action next month. Australia Cup is obviously the focus at the moment as well. And the A-League is just over a month away from kicking off. So very excited about that around the corner as well. Guys, once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. Hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. My name's Lockie. This is Coastwatch Football. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you in the next one.